Welcome back, everybody. I'm Inside Elections. Today is Tuesday, November 18th, 2025, and today we're talking about the failed Texas gerrymandering plot. Earlier today, a three-judge panel ruled 2-1 that the Texas congressional map gerrymander passed earlier this year to give Republicans 5 additional seats is illegal, and the state must revert back to the 2026 congressional map, 2024 congressional map. The national GOP effort to redistrict and steal Democratic seats mid-decade to mitigate the inevitable losses that Republicans are going to suffer in 2026 all began with Texas. It began with Donald Trump telling Texas legislators to draw a new congressional map to give Republicans these 5 extra congressional seats. But now that map is struck down. But states like California, however, who legally passed their new map through a citizen-led referendum, unlike the red states who didn't bother asking these voters and just steamrolled straight through the redistricting process, are now facing legal challenges. And California is still moving forward. Okay, we can visualize the state of the redistricting board here. Right now, or not right now, how it started. It started with Republicans in Texas redistricting and getting 5 seats. These aren't the seats, just 5 seats, Texas. Yeah, it started out with this, 5 seats in Texas. And then they also went to Missouri and they redrew their maps. In North Carolina, they redrew their maps. So at one point, Republicans were up 7-0 and to mitigate the losses that they know that they're going to receive in 2026. But Democrats fought back. This past November, in the 2025 election day, Prop 50 passed in California overwhelmingly to redistrict and gerrymander California to give Democrats five extra seats. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5-7. But then a few days ago, Utah's map was ruled to change, and it gave Democrats an extra safe seat. So just earlier today, this was the state of the war. 6 Democrat seats to 7 Republican seats. But, arguably Ohio, in Ohio, the redistricting, this seat, Ohio's 9th, was drawn to be 3 to 4 points more conservative, but in my opinion, it will stay blue. Marcy Kaptur, the representative from this district, is an electoral juggernaut. She's going to win re-election. In my opinion, I just don't see her losing. Even if she does, it's 1 seat. It's not going to change everything. I think it'll stay. Ohio did redistrict a few weeks ago, but nothing major. I think it'll stay Republicans at 10, Democrats at 5. I think it'll stay like that. So I'm not going to change anything in Ohio. But we also saw failed plots in Indiana to draw out this Indiana's first. Republican legislators are not budging. They are not going to vote to gerrymander Indiana further. It's already extensively gerrymandered. They want to win 2026, but they don't want to win by cheating. And they're standing by that, honestly, surprisingly. So yeah, this was the state of the war hours ago. But now this Texas map ruled to be illegal. Right now, the state 6-2. In the redistricting war, the Republicans began. Democrats are up 6 seats, guaranteed to 2 Republican seats. And the one in Missouri, the one that they drew out, Missouri's 5th state Democrat seat, they drew it out to be part of Missouri's 6th and 4th to make it a safe Republican seat. That's not set in stone either. It can still be struck down by the courts for being illegal. Will it? I don't know. But it's not a lock like Utah is, like California is. North Carolina, however, to my knowledge, it is a lock. But yeah, this state, the redistricting war the Republicans began is completely falling out. It's crumbling beneath their feet. Not only are they getting struck down for the maps that they're passing, Democrats are fighting back. Right now it's 6, but Virginia might redraw its map to give Democrats 4 extra seats. 4. 10-2. They'll make 10-2. Now, personally, I don't think Virginia will follow through with redistricting if Texas doesn't. If the Texas map stays the same as 2024, I don't think Virginia will follow through. Texas has to appeal to the Supreme Court to get the maps overturned to keep the new map, to keep the gerrymandered map. They have to appeal to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court to say yes, this map is legal. You can implement it. Blah blah blah. But I don't think they will personally, because the Supreme Court very, very, very rarely takes up partisan redistricting cases. I don't think this will be any different. They might take it up. I don't think they're going to rule in the Republicans' favor. Just my opinion. I know I'm biased, but I don't think they will. So personally, I don't think Virginia will end up redrawing, but it can't. It could. They could. And that's not to mention Maryland. Maryland might redraw. Illinois might redraw. There's a chance. And Missouri, like I said, Missouri might not pass. There's a chance that in this war the Republicans began. The war to steal 2026, the Republicans began, might end up with Democrats having an extra 11 seats. You can't make this up. So it's just insane. And not only are they losing the war itself, they're losing in public opinion. People see that Republicans are starting this war. They're trying to unfairly steal elections. They see that they're not asking their voters, and Democrats are asking their voters. Because should Virginia redraw their maps, it would be, just like in California, it would be through a citizen-led proposition. And in North Carolina, in Texas, and Missouri, they didn't ask the citizens. Legislature said, hey, we're redrawing this map, we're stealing this Democratic seat. Sucks to you. They see that versus Democrats, and they see that Democrats are doing it the right way, the better way. And they're favoring Democrats in the public view against Republicans. And Republicans are falling flat in every metric. They're falling flat in the war metric, in the viewpoint metric, etc. I'm talking in circles. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching. This was my analysis, my yap about the Texas news. I encourage you to like, subscribe if you liked what you hear. Comment anything, criticisms, compliments, thoughts, suggestions. Comment a suggestion. I will make a video about it. I really will. And thank you so much for watching.